You're listening to WOSD. I'm your host, Miriam Stein from the Marketing and Communications Unit, and thank you for joining us for our discussion about Massachusetts statewide contractors working with diverse businesses. To provide some context, in fiscal year 2023, Massachusetts statewide contracts generated $2.17 billion in sales. And because of this significant potential, the Operational Services Division routinely has businesses expressing interest in working with the state. One key component of statewide contracting is committing to establish partnerships with diverse vendors. Prospective bidders and awarded statewide contract vendors alike often have questions about meeting this obligation. And to that end, I'm delighted to welcome Katherine Thomas, Training and Policy Manager with the Supplier Diversity Office, who's here to discuss the agency's mission and walk us through how it relates to statewide contracting. Welcome, Katherine. Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
To get us started, please tell us about your agency's mission.
Sure. The Massachusetts Supplier Diversity Office, we're here to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in state contracting. And we do this in a couple of ways. First off, we certify diverse businesses and small Massachusetts-based businesses, and we want to connect these companies with business opportunities and resources to help them grow their companies. And we also work directly with the executive agencies and awarded statewide contract vendors, or also called prime contractors, to increase their spending with diverse businesses.
So when you say you certify diverse businesses, can you tell us a bit more about that process?
Sure. So the first step is businesses need to attend a pre-certification webinar, which is offered monthly. Now, this webinar goes over the qualifications to be certified and also the steps involved in getting certified. Next, the business completes an online application. And once they submit the application, the SDO investigates the vendor to ensure that they meet all the legal requirements. The vendor is then notified by email if they qualify for certification.
So it sounds like your agency spends a lot of time vetting these businesses.
Yes, we do. The process can take up to 60 days to complete.
Oh, wow. Okay, sounds like an in-depth process. So how does statewide contracting and the SDO mission fit together?
Well, bidders responding to a large procurement, and that's one estimated to be more than $250,000 annual spend, must complete a Supplier Diversity Program plan form, or SDP plan form for short. The SDP plan form asks them to make a commitment to spend a percentage of their contract sales with certified businesses. Now, bidders generally are required to have at least 1% SDP commitment to be eligible for contract award. And also, the SDP commitment is a major part of the bid evaluation.
Just to clarify, the bid evaluation is the sourcing team's criteria used to determine who does and does not get a contract award.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. And 25% of the total evaluation is scored based on the information bidders include on their Supplier Diversity Plan form. Although 1% is the minimum commitment, bidders can score more evaluation points if they commit to spending a higher percentage with diverse vendors. And just for clarification, the SDP commitment does apply to all statewide and departmental contracts that have an expected annual spend of $250,000 or more.
Important details, Katherine. So once awarded, how do businesses go about meeting their SDP commitment?
Well, there are two types of partnerships that prime contractors can have with certified diverse businesses. They can be subcontracting, ancillary, or both. Now, I think most folks are familiar with subcontracting. That's when a prime contractor hires a certified diverse business to provide goods or services directly related to the contract. However, some businesses may be surprised to learn most SDP partnerships fall under the other type, ancillary.
Could you give us a few examples?
Sure. Let me first define what ancillary is. Ancillary is just a term for general business needs. And with ancillary partnerships, a certified business provides the prime contractor products and services for their general business operations. Expenses such as office supplies or hiring a cleaning service can count if they work with certified diverse businesses. I talk to statewide contractors all the time who don't realize that business operation expenses can count toward their SDP commitment. For example, if a contractor decides to host a catered lunch for their employees and hires a certified business as their caterer, that money would count toward their commitment.
I believe questions about ancillary services come up often. Could you share a few more examples of how businesses can meet this commitment?
Absolutely. If the prime contractor works with a certified accountant or hires a certified delivery service, the money spent with those businesses would also count.
Okay, so we know state contractors need to work with diverse businesses, and we know there's a variety of ways to partner with these businesses. How do contractors find diverse vendors?
Oh, that's a great question. There are actually 2 online directories that vendors can use to find certified businesses. The first is the SDO Directory of Certified Businesses and also the U.S. Veterans Administration list of certified businesses. And both of these directories can be found on the SDO website. These directories offer a selection of more than 17,000 certified diverse businesses.
Okay, a lot of options to consider. One more question. Once contractors find diverse businesses to work with, are they locked into these partnerships?
No, not at all. SDP partners can be changed at any time. And the statewide vendor can fulfill their SDP commitment with one diverse business or several. Now, the target is meeting the percentage commitment by the end of each fiscal year of the statewide contract. And as a reminder, the commitment is the percent the vendor provided on the SDP plan form when they initially responded to the statewide contract bid.
Katherine, this has been a great discussion, a lot of useful information. Is there a place bidders and contractors may go to reference the information we discussed today?
Oh, sure. They can visit the SDO website at mass.gov/SDO.
And what if bidders or contractors have questions about, say, completing the SDP form or finding diverse partners?
Oh, if businesses have any questions, they are certainly invited to contact us. And the best way to contact us is through sending an email to sdp@mass.gov, and someone from our engagement team will contact them.
Great. Do you have any final recommendations for statewide contract bidders or contractors?
Yes, if you're a diverse business and not certified by the state, definitely consider getting certified. Being a certified business can increase your marketing opportunities. Again, just send us an email and we'll get you more information. If you're bidding on a state or departmental contract, you definitely want to spend some time working on that SDP plan form. Just a reminder, it's worth 25% of the bid evaluation. And remember, the more you commit to spending with certified businesses, the more evaluation points you'll receive.
Katherine, thank you so much for chatting with us today. I believe we've made a lot of headway in understanding the SDO mission and providing guidance to vendors interested in working with the state. This concludes today's episode about the Supplier Diversity Office and contractors working with diverse businesses. For more information about the Supplier Diversity Office and the Supplier Diversity Program, visit mass.gov/SDO. SDO. You also may email the Supplier Diversity Program team at sdp@mass.gov. OSD looks forward to engaging with you on our social media and YouTube channels. Links to those are in the description box. To suggest ideas for future podcasts, email the OSD team at osdoutreach@mass.gov. Thanks again to Katherine Thomas for joining us today. This podcast was engineered and edited by Layla Palmer and produced and hosted by me, Miriam Stein. Thank you for listening.